The first pop-up window is the quick user guide. You can refer back to this anytime you need while using the tree atlas. It's important you read through this so it can help you use all the functions within the tree atlas. There's also our email address if you have any questions. Once you click enter, you will see the main window of the tree atlas. Here there are many functions you can access. You can use the measurement to measure lines, area, and get coordinates. You can also clear those coordinates and measurements. To remove this pop-up window, you just click the arrows. You can also find an address or a place by using the search bar and close it. You can change the language of the tree atlas by clicking this button and closing. You can also refer back to the user guide I showed previously by clicking on the icon and click enter again. You can also click on this button to zoom into your location, but you will need to have your location permissions turned on in your browser. You can share this either by copy and link, sharing to Facebook, X, LinkedIn, or Blue Sky. Here are some keyboard shortcuts you can reference. If you click the house button, it will take you back to the default map view. This up arrow is how you reset the map orientation to true north. The zoom in button is here, and the zoom out is here. You can also enable map scroll by clicking down here and zooming in with your mouse. You can also go full screen and then go back to the regular screen. You can also collapse the sidebar and then bring it up again. It defaults to show the legend first, so this shows all of the colors of the current active layers on the map. You can change your base map as well by clicking on the base map gallery. There are multiple ones you can use and look at, including imagery hybrid. I'm going to go back to the Great GB background, and then now I'll look at layers. So here you can turn layers on and off by clicking on the checkbox. You can also see multiple layers in groups by clicking on the down arrow. Here I can turn off my local authority boundaries by clicking the checkbox, and then turn on ward boundaries by clicking the checkbox for this layer. I could also rearrange these by clicking on the dots here and clicking and dragging down. I can turn off the whole group by clicking the checkbox at the group header. And I can look at all these other ones. You could even bring up the take part group on top of the boundaries group. The next one is, if you click on the map and you want to see the information about the data, you'll click here and it will show the layer that's on top first. So if I had any other layers turned on, they would show up here below this. I'll go ahead and turn on boundaries and click the map again. So here, because the ward layer is on top, it will show the wards first, but then when I scroll down, I can see below is the principal. When I click on that, it now highlights that principal it thinks that I wanted to click on. It clicks within a range, so there's also the option for this one that it thinks I might have also wanted to see. I can zoom into this by scrolling all the way down to the bottom of the attribute table and clicking zoom. If I want to go back to the full view, I can click default map view. There are also layers within the map that are grayed out and you might not be able to see readily. So for example, in areas of need, we have our 330-300 layers that were provided to us by Groundswell. Here you can see they're a lighter gray color, and that's because we are too far zoomed out for them to turn on. So if I zoom in, you can now see those are black font, and I can also see them on the map here. If I want to see the legend, for what those colors mean, I can click back on legend on the side, and now see what the colors mean. Going back to layers, again, I can turn on these ones, but when I zoom out, they will disappear. This is based on the extent limitation. Please feel free to click and drag these layers as needed. It will only change your view of the map and no one else's. Also, if you want to return to how the map looked when you first clicked on the tree atlas, you can refresh your browser and it will return back to the user guide pop-up window and your map now is reset. Thank you for watching this user guide. Please reach out to us if you have any questions.